It's been a little while. I hope there isn't a major update like right after I record this. I don't think there is, but I'll find out. I'm in the currently at the time the latest version of Fortnite Saved World, and there have been some changes recently that I've been unable to talk about because basically my last couple episodes have been recorded and then really delayed, and then like big updates came out, and then all the stuff in those videos have been kind of outdated compared to the latest versions. The first major one was like the weapon dropping and resource drops, where basically if you drop a weapon in a public mission, other players can't like see it or pick it up, which effectively kills trading. But that doesn't really affect me since I already A had no intention of trading with other players and B have been playing missions by myself. And two, when other players near you break, say trees, rocks, cars, whatever, you or even open chests, and I believe you will get, I guess, duplicates of said resources. That way, I mean, that's a good change on its own because that even applies to like ores and crystal. So all that stuff can be obtained by everyone in a way, if that makes sense. That overall, I think, is a good change. But the weapon dropping one, even though it doesn't affect me all that much, I do have my own opinions on these, and if I feel the need, I will probably talk about them in a future video, but I don't really know yet. Now, the other big one I want to talk about is a major change to quests. Now, previously, we've always had to. So previously, for quest progress and whatnot, we've always had to do whatever quest in a successful mission. So your quest progress can save even if you leave the mission, but you forfeit your mission rewards. I will try to show that and explain that a bit more in detail later on. With all that being said, I just kind of wanted to talk about that because I know that that's kind of weird of me to kind of ignore it. But, now that I'm trying to get a bit more on track with the latest version of the game and whatnot, it seems like a good time to bring that up. We've got not that much left of Plankerton. I believe one, two, three, four, five missions until the 5 missions total of Plankerton. That's not counting the first mission of Canny Valley, but that is counting the current campaign quest liner notes. Before we get into that, um, last episode we sent out an expedition with like a really, really low chance of success. And so basically, I want to see, did we get that? An expedition has returned. It had a 20.833% chance. It failed. Okay, I'm not actually remotely surprised nor disappointed. In fact, I expected that to fail. I sent it out only on the fact that it would be really funny. And now, just because I can, I will send out this one for crafting supplies small with these two. I'm sending that out just because expeditions are really useful. Because these are basically like send the heroes you're not using to go and collect resources and whatnot while you're not even playing the game. So in 7 hours and 59 minutes and 49 seconds, I will receive whatever that is, or I will receive a fail because I've only got a success chance of 66%. For research, I want to try to get. Okay, I was just trying to get tech up because I do use a lot of traps, and tech affects ability damage, trap damage, and healing rates. And trap damage is the main one that I think is important to get here. So my fortitude and tech are at 65, with offense at 47 and resistance at 46. I still love the fact that like I've practically only crafted like the one of the weapons in my inventory, I think. Maybe two. I think this one might be mine. Yeah, no, that is mine. Anyways, onto our actual campaign quest. We've got liner notes. Steel Wool Mania is sweeping home base. Scour the streets for anything Steel Wool related found mostly in urban and suburban zones. Look for Steel Wool album records in a 40 plus zone, 0 05, and it gives me 32,000 survivor XP and an epic lead survivor. Now, because I don't do this all the time because I keep forgetting, let's replay the introduction dialogue here.
Steel wool is currently the #1 record at home base. And not just because we don't have any other records, people actually like it. Like, really like it. They're practically begging me for albums. Could you help us out?
Okay, now this does say that it's found mostly in urban and suburban zones and plankton power level 40 plus. Let's go up here and huh. Wow, I do not like a lot of the options I have here. I mean, an industrial park is technically an urban zone. You can also do this in cities and suburb zones as well, but I don't appear to have that many great options in this range. I'm aware of this Autumn City zone, but I don't really want to play that mission specifically. Screw it. Let's try to deliver the bomb. Worst case scenario, they just don't appear very often in an industrial park, and I'll have to come up with another plan. I could actually use my supply drop instead of my adrenaline rush, and I'll probably just stick to like snipers or something, or keeping at a range. That would actually work fine. I can just get a little bit of extra materials throughout the mission that might actually benefit me. Okay, I spawned right next to a storm chest. That's kind of funny. Now to elaborate on the changes, which I mean, I'm sure anyone has already seen or experienced this stuff in game, but let's get rid of some of these enemies first. So if you're in a public mission and you see someone else breaking like trees and whatnot, you can actually pick up I guess duplicates of the material they dropped, but and other players can't drop you weapons and materials. Now, even though you can clearly see I can drop this and see it on the floor, another player can't see that. Same goes for materials, traps, and whatnot. Ammo and blue glow as well, I believe. And while that doesn't really affect me since I'm not really playing public missions, neither does the quest thing really. It may benefit me in a few spots, but I'm still kind of debating on whether I will allow myself to actually use it or not. 'Cause on one hand, it will make some quests faster, but on the other hand, it's also kind of feels like a cheat. Huh. This might be it, actually. I'm not sure if that's related to something else or not. So I guess this is what it looks like. The box with the records. Now, I've collected 1 of 5 here. So if I were to click leave mission, see, it'll tell me exactly the rewards that I forfeit here. So, which means if I leave, I do not get any hero XP, reperk, or gold. I can only get those if I successfully complete the mission. But my 1 of 5 on this quest remains. Now, this can be insanely useful if like a fetch quest like this, where I need 5 items, and I play a mission, I only get 3 or only get 4. I can leave and then carry that over to another mission where I can get the last ones that I need. That's insanely useful, and I think it's a good change. But the thing is, I'm still debating on whether I should actually take advantage of that throughout the series, or if I should just like not and commit to playing like without using that because I'm good with that too. Looks like the container for these can actually come in different colors. The first one was like a more purple or pinkish color, and this one appears to be yellow.
This article is the best. Here we go. Lars quote incoming. Lead guitarist Larson Helmsgate considers the question thoughtfully. His soulful eyes betraying the brilliant scientist's mind, hiding behind the brutal
Oh, a sniper
philosopher's.
rifle.
Someone wants to get with Lars. I'm not comfortable in the spotlight, he finally says. His long brown hair waving impotently in the wind.
Looks like we've got another one here, also in a yellow box. I see an exclamation mark up in the top corner. It does benefit a lot to like frequently check your map and check all over the map by exploring because looking at the bottom of the map there could be quest objective items down there that I just can't see because I haven't been down there yet. So we've got another one here. Get the toolbox first. There's another one. So we're gonna leave mission, we're gonna forfeit these rewards, but you can see we've left the mission and we're carrying over 4 of 5. And this is going to allow me to go back up to the exact same mission that I was just in, the industrial park deliver the bomb. And I can probably just find one more because if I found 4 in one mission, chances are I can find one in the exact same zone. Now, as far as I'm aware, this change, like for the quest progress thing carrying over, does apply to more than just the main quests. I believe it can apply to daily quests and other like limited time event kind of quests as well. But that's what I believe. I don't know if that's correct. I think it is. However, once again, like I was saying earlier, I'm not really sure if I want to take advantage of it a lot throughout the series. I know I mean I got the last one there, but I know the Canny Valley quests are very, very repetitive and tedious. And a trick like this could make them a lot easier and also reduce the amount of missions I have to play. But that also takes away from just playing the game in general, which is, I guess, my intention at the end of the day was to play the game. So I don't know. I'm a bit mixed on wanting to use it a lot. This time, just for the sake of showing it, sure. But like, I don't know. I guess I don't want to abuse it, you know? Because I feel like if I abuse it, I lose out on the ability to really play a lot of missions and therefore gain a lot of rewards because, as I've shown, leaving the mission, you do lose out on all the mission rewards.
The armory is
But at the
now
same
yours.
time, anyone else, if you just use this trick a lot, you're going to lose out on not just mission rewards, but a lot of opportunities to actually learn and become better at the game. Because you're never going to become better at the game without playing it, you know? I believe we've done Deliver the Bomb once. I can't quite recall because I know I normally try my best not to have to play Deliver the Bomb because this mission's always had a history of being quite broken and janky. We've got our Armory here, which means B is probably somewhere. I mean, well, obviously it's somewhere. I just hope it's not like anywhere like stupidly far. You know what's crazy? I was just looking at the map and I noticed I passed by B clearly. It was up there. I just didn't get close enough for it to say that was discovered, or I got close enough and wasn't paying attention.
Now deploy the
There it
launcher.
is. Oh, it's so far away. Man, doesn't matter. I'll play it. I mean, I don't have to. Like, if I literally just leave the game right now, I would actually be able to just complete the mission. I wouldn't even have to be successful anymore, which makes all the times in the past where I've reiterated the fact that the mission has to be successful completely redundant. Ow. God damn, that kills you really quickly. Okay, so I've already got the blue glow during my journey of trying to find B. All that was probably time lapsed or sped up or cut. I don't know what I did yet. Okay, well, you know what? Never mind. A is actually not that far from B. Deposit a blue glow,
I've added some tracks to your inventory.
and now we've got some tracks.
When you're ready,
I
connect the
gotta find out
armory.
what the path I want to take might be. Like, can I take advantage of going, like, through down here? Or would that take longer? Or is that impossible because of this? Can I even use that ramp? I'm confused. Um, If we go this way, would that be possible, hypothetically? I mean, yeah, but I'd have to route through the rift, and I'm not doing that. Uh, suppose I should double check if I can use the ramp over here. If I can, then this build might be easy. I'm not referring to that ramp, I'm referring to that one. Hey. Well, it seems that it won't stop me from placing them, but I mean, we'll see if that actually works. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we can actually build on those. That's really good, actually. Any further than that, Lobber would have probably been out of my view distance, to be honest. And I've used all my tracks so I can craft some. Uh, no, let's go from here. You can just use exactly like these sides if you want to. Also, just because I see people do it, like, fairly frequently, you don't have to build around A, only B. And I also typically only build around B when the bomb gets there and I can confirm that it will work. Now, okay, no, I wasn't even going that way anyways, so that's not important. I'm trying to route through this way. Down here, and then I think we can probably go straight from here. Did I see a husk in there? Wait, yeah. Well, there is a husk in there. So we cannot place tracks on these, I don't think. Huh? The hell? Uh, I was 99.9% sure tracks cannot be placed like that. And, uh, uh-oh. I don't understand what I just did. Okay, so I guess it ran out of tracks, and then the game just automatically made me place the next random thing in my inventory. Basically, even if the bomb that we're transporting gets destroyed, it doesn't fail the mission because you can just build a new one and just restart the from the beginning of the track. Which, I mean, that's great because this mission is so easy for annoying players to troll, which is why these missions suck, especially in public. And I've shown this before in a previous video somewhere. But basically, I build walls because it keeps enemies away from the bomb, and then the time it takes for them to break even just the level 1 walls gives me some more time with the bomb to go elsewhere and to try to get away. See now they're occupied with breaking that wall, and connection has been lost because I severed it because of that wall, but that will keep them away for even further. I'm not trying to imply that I try to do this without spending ammo or anything. No, that's stupid. I just like if I can make it easier for myself, then I'm going to. Even if it means using like dumb tricks like these where I'm building around the tracks with wood. Just low cost but effective. So why would I not do it? And obviously, just because I'm saying that I do this doesn't mean I'm saying that everyone has to do this. If you don't want to do this, obviously do it your own way. That's actually one of the fun parts of Save the World, in my opinion, is the fact that there's just so many ways you can build around objectives, or so many ways you can make trap tunnels and defenses. Like, while there are some ways that are more effective than others, it's like there's still so much encouragement to explore different methods and see what you like best. I can see some enemies that are smarter than others. Oh shit. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, a little bit of damage, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So I mean, building metal there was a complete accident, but that will keep those enemies back. Just long enough for us to go straight and turn and straight. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay, it just has to go straight by like 5 tiles. And this is the point where I normally just don't build anything, because I want to keep the space pretty clear for the actual defense. And it's arrived. Does it even play like the animation anymore? I think it does.
To appreciate how cool that is.
That I think the other animation doesn't
That
play.
should blow up all of my problems with that thing. Enough of that. Let's get to work.
Okay,
Load it into the launcher. The launcher will auto-target the rift while it charges.
okay then, just walk sideways.
Prepare for some unwanted guests.
Save the World was not designed well for the animals. And I mean, obviously, because they were made for Battle Royale and just slapped into Save the World, quite literally. But like, they move so, like, laggy. And now let's take a look at our spawns here. Hey, there goes a daily quest done, Exploration Party. That was a pure accident, but that's kind of funny. See, we got some enemies spawning down here, but I want to find out how these enemies might want to walk. There's a more likely chance they'll go up this way than the other way, which means I'll try to block off the other way. That's all I'm gonna do for over there. I gotta take proper advantage of the fact that I can craft a lot more of these than I thought that I could. So let's actually scrap that a little bit. And we're going to use these sealing electric fields, and that's just going to kill the occasional enemy that might spawn up there. I'm still thinking some dedicated farming time is going to actually be necessary. Because the more resources I use, the less confidence I have left. Probably not necessary. And now let's go over to A side where, I'm thinking on one hand, like, traps, and then on the other hand, I'm like, maybe not. Okay, so I can break some of these, but not that one specifically. That's fine, and we will make that work. That should be fine. I'm getting a bit lazy. Place one anti-air trap up there. Level up my roof tiles. Then I'll get a defender post. Place it there. And then I'll use my sniper defender with the one shot over here. 350. I can always just give him more ammo later. It's not like that sniper rifle is gonna last that much longer either. A couple tiles that are just dedicated to playing with pathing and basically trying to slow down enemy movements. Actually, if I no, not that one. I place a tile that way, and I think we are good to start. Enemies might change direction. Guess who doesn't account for that properly? Me. That's not like the best way to use electric fields, but it's better than nothing. And so I know I've blocked 90% of his angles, but he's only here to deal some additional damage. If he stays within the tiles that I actually wanted him in. If I do that, he won't be able to get back here. And so he'll stay where I want him. So he's just going to be able to deal some damage to some of these enemies, so then they get weaker. Then by the time they get here, the wooden floor spikes should be able to finish them off. I don't think that many enemies are spawning up there. So maybe all that was overkill. But I mean, he doesn't die from that, so... Hey, free stuff. This is not at all like an effective defense. I'm just trying to get something cheap because I want to just finish the mission. I wish I could set up defenders to like target specific enemies like with a higher priority. That would actually be really useful. But I mean, defender AI is a bit too primitive as it is right now for even a feature like that. I spent a lot more on this side of the defense because I wanted this side to be a bit more self-sufficient and capable. So then I can focus all my time on the other side, which I didn't really want to build a lot for since it's a much more annoying area. I mean, it wouldn't have stopped me from actually, like, I could make a decent tunnel within just, like, the 2 or 3 tiles. I just wanted to get cheap because I know I'm spending a lot of resources so far. Base Kyle with his reinforcement to the walls are going to make those way stronger, which helps them resist some enemy attacks, even though my wall traps do not have any real protection on them. You are going down the moment that I look away, aren't you? I'm gonna block him with Bull Rush. 30 seconds left. So, I could probably shred him in 30 seconds. Yeah, took like 5 seconds. I mean, I know I could level up my defender and he'd probably not go down so quickly, but it's just a little bit more amusing to not, mostly because I can't afford it because I don't have enough resources for a lot of what I try to do. But that was a successful deliver the bomb mission, and I have my main quest done. So pretty easy. That's a lot of XP. That was my daily quest that I accidentally finished, but I'll take 250 gold. Autofill has updated my squads as I now have a purple lead, which hopefully is better than what I had before if it's been added to a survivor squad of any type. Are we not getting the dialogue for this one or this one? Like, where'd the dialogue go? Normally it's supposed to play the dialogue. I I don't know what happened, but it looks like this survivor replaced this one, so we can recycle that one. Invest in the lead. The lead is the better choice here. I spent the majority of the survivor XP that I gained, but I'm now power 35 instead of 34. That's great, but the other problem is I'm playing power 40 zones and I'm almost in Canny Valley, which starts at 40-46. So you know, I would say that I'm quite underleveled, and a lot of that is just a lot of my survivors are not leveled up correctly, and majority of these should be at least 2 star, and most of them are actually 1 star.